We would like to remind you that Species 7 is made possible in part by the following sponsors and grants: the Evelyn Woodberg Foundation for Really Ungifted Children. We've been helping graduate idiots since 1959. The Ted and Tina Grant for Wayward Swine and Helpless Hogs. Reminding you, eat more hamburgers. After all, they're not really made of ham. A generous donation by the National Film Board of Canada. Hey, my brother and I made a movie. Aw, take off, you hoser. We did not, eh? And of course, generous donations by our Patreon sponsors, loyal subscribers, and viewers just like you. Thank you. Well, hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I probably shouldn't have done that. I got a little jumpy. I thought it was that fat spitter. Because I find you can sort of turn these guys against you. Well, hopefully that won't convince them to be aggressive. Yeah, because most of the time when I step out here first thing in the morning, what I see over there, rather than that type of insect, is the fat poison-spitting spider. That's not good. So I built a second hovercraft. A very, very simple, unarmed harvester. Here we go. Open cockpit, as I say, no weapons, and I'm using the new Wonder thrusters. They're basically a hover pad that has an RCS and a thruster built into it. I guess it was sort of meant to allow people to get into hovers a little quicker and a little easier. I don't think that, in particular, I found anything conceptually about the hovercrafts to be difficult to get a grasp on, other than sometimes they don't seem to behave terribly well. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, I wrong corner. Come on now. We've all tried to put the wrong thing back in the fridge. I'm not the only person that's ever done that. So. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Why am I so... herbal leaves. Yeah. Not difficult to collect, but something that I do need to plant. What have I got? 444. Let's go for a wee bit of a... Be a lot easier to use the jump jets if I turned them on instead of just looking up in the air and jumping as hard as I can. That could be more this way, actually. What is this? This is just wheat. Well, we might as well pick it, because wheat has its uses. I am growing some, but doesn't help to take a little of the burden off when one can. That's what I'm looking for, a little bit more swampier area. And we should be able to very soon start coming across pixie stalks. There's a set there. Excellent. That should allow me to grow herbal leaves. Once I have enough to make seedlings. What did I get? 1. Well, 1 is just not going to pay the piper this time around. But that's alright. Also gives us an excuse to have a look at our water purifier. See how it's been doing. That'll give us enough. And, oh, well, with that said, I guess it's, there we go. probably a very, very good thing that I did come out here. Alrighty, now, what do I see for the picking on the way back? We might as well grab some extra of this after all. So the plan for today's episode is that we go out and, just as the little prompt there is telling me, go and have a look at the mid part of the Titan. Now luckily we don't have to actually find it. It was close enough for our detector to pick up when we went to the front part, I believe, so we do know where it is. Even if it's only for the experience points, we will take it. Goodies are goodies. Should never be left to their own devices. That's something else I should probably look at as well as where I actually sit with my points. I believe I've leveled a couple of times. And will so at least once more here in a moment. Okay, we'll grab this wheat. I think it's actually corn that I'm growing. That's fine. It is also a grain. Alright. Time to head home. I mean, you can go quite a ways on a full jetpack. There we are. Are you there yet? Maybe I wiped him out enough times he doesn't respawn. I've noticed that oh, whatever you call him there, that new critter, big one, that he does respawn now, but he respawns further away. He's not right on the side of my base. And I haven't had more visitations from the, whoops, I was going to do it again. From that other pack of birds there that was hanging out on my hover vehicle. I think they learned their lesson. Alright, let's get these in here ASAP. And now we want to grow some. What do we got? Fruit, no. Stimulants, I don't care. Wedgies, fibers, mushrooms. Where is buds? Why not? I've only got one. Oh, it's buds. Never mind. Oh, there it is. Herbal leaves, aloe vera, that's right. We don't get this one, we get aloe vera. Excellent. Excellent. That is one more to craft. Yeah. This is one that I do have to get because we actually need this to make hot beverage. And hot beverage is one of the ingredients in these. And ideally, when it all comes down to it, this is what I want to end up having for food. It not only gives you a full food bar, it also gives you 50 health and 70 stamina, and it never goes bad. It just takes a ton of ingredients. As you can see, 1, 2, 4, 10, 13 different items to make one food pack. So, a little bit pricey, but it works. So, it's too bad that you don't use vegetable juice, because I sure as heck make a lot of that. But it does use fruit juices, so I do make those on occasion. In fact, we might as well queue some of those up. I think I've got a fair bit of fruit. 4. Alright, well 4 is probably not as much as one would think, so we can get a couple of those going. And let's grab our sprouts of aloe vera and get those planted up right quick. Then all we have left is buds. And we will have a complete garden. Ooh, look at it. Like how creepy my garden is? I love those things. They just add a creep element to your garden like you wouldn't believe. Oh, let's get some buds planted. There we are. And it looks like we can do some harvesting as well. Sweet. Yeah. I still can't get an airtight seal in the front room. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not that concerned. You can see that obviously things are just rocking along now back here. And that's what we like to see. Alright. Another garden picked. Another garden picked. Lovely. One empty spot still. Well, at least we got a spot for our buds. Okay. Let's get all of this put away. And we'll move that to there. Move it to there. What else? Well, we can make a salami. Sure don't get much spice in return. You know, one from each plant seems a little cheap to me. So we'll make a couple of salamis. We'll make a couple of more fruit juices, and we will eat one of our little snackazoos here for our own consumption. I hear something gurgling, burgling outside. Let's go see what we have, eh? Yeah, as you can see, I have moved up to a tier of the second sniper assault rifle. Just packs a little more punch. I'm not as fond of the faster fire rate in particular. I'm much more a fan of placing your shots as opposed to the pray and spray philosophy. Yeah, it looks like I finally convinced that thing to just, you know, pick somewhere else to spawn, somebody else to bother. So the air leak has got to be underground. Make sure that none of the others are upset about that particular bit of work. Well, that wasn't my most outstanding work, but nothing like a little hunt in the evening to end the day. Pack a little protein in the fridge. Always a good plan. Although these guys are a little lacking on protein now that you look at it. They seem to be more of the parts people than protein. So, something else to keep in mind, I guess. Nice thing about those fat spiders, they pretty much glow in the dark. The darker it gets, the easier they are to see. So we can now do this and then put that back in. Excellent. So we get 6 salamis. Cool. Oh, a berry juice. Berries. 6 fruit juices. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice. Alright. We'll let the rest of that go. Yeah, we got to... we're starting to get our way into the medicines again, which is nice. Very, very nice. These are really nice because they do cover so many things, but a little expensive. You know, they're basically a combination of one of these and one of these. And then this one is the other two. So, But it's mainly these that I like to keep on hand. Dermal parasites are not good. Not at all. These ones are really good as well. How many herbal leaves do I have? That's buds. Hey, bud. Herbal leaves. 2. Good. Let's cue a couple of those. And 25 seconds till the sun goes down. This is a really pretty game. It has come an incredibly long way since it's, well, I think I've been doing videos on it since Alpha 3. So, yeah, a little while. A little while. Excellent. Yeah, see, it's 15 here. It stays 1 degree warmer than outdoors. As soon as you get through here, we are at perfect. It gets a little warmer, I think, closer to the back. Oh, no, it has evened out now. Wonderful. It took a while, but it has completely evened out. Yeah, I don't really know even where to begin to try and find the air leak, because there's nowhere that's exposed, so it's got to be underground. It has to be when I put the core in. You know. But I don't know, I don't really want to tear up the entire floor. As far as I know, the core was down in this forward section, you know, because there's our fuel cell, and I buried that down by the core. So the core is either like here-ish or just slightly on the other side of that wall. But at this point, yeah, you don't want to be standing too close to that generator for too long. Let's nap on down. Oh. I always like to check my fuel supplies before I nap. Oh, well, we're obviously easily above anything we would need to worry about. So, let's head out. Shall we? Before I go, oh, there he is. That guy, the pangolin. I'm not going to worry about him right now. Geez, the last one I shot, I took one shot at it, and the thing just charged at me. And it was a long ways off, but it didn't look like it was going to stop. So, I mean, luckily with this tier 2, it's only like 3 shots, and he says bye-bye, so that was alright. I have a fridge in here. That's rather unusual. It's also the wrong cargo box. There we are. That's what I'd like to take with me, please. There's a couple of cores. So, oh, did you make those medicines? You did, aren't you? Just a fine, fine little fella. Yeah, that cleared us out, didn't it? Alright. That's going to go into the Hoovercraft with us. La 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 la. Devices. No, that's not the one I want. I actually would like hangars, generators, fuel tanks, fridges, equipment, cores. Oh, cargo boxes. Right underneath ammo box. Medic box. Access. Thank you very much. As you can see, I have been stocking up what I can, where I can. Yeah, I think 1 ration will do. Alright, let's turn her on. Let's just have a look at the main here, make sure everything's cool. Alright, looks good. Now I would like to have more of this vessel. Armored, but the best way to do that is to grab hardened steel plates from the place we're about to go to. So let's have a look at our map and see what we can find. Unknown listening post. Xenu mainframe. Yes, we found all kinds of things we really don't want anything to do with at the moment. Unknown helix. Wreckage. Small wreckage escape. Alien tower. Where the heck, oh, right. Unknown artifact. Yeah, there's the MS Titan mid part. Wow. There's the front part. That's a little ways to go, isn't it? Crash Titan, 7.5 kilometers. Oops. Almost think I was picking on those things, eh? Alright, I want to be careful here. Last thing I want to do is submarine this puppy. There we go. Handles like a charm on the water, of course. Gonna have to do some golem hunting here one of these nights. Again, I was watching my buddy Raid Zero AU, and I don't know how he does it. I really don't. Every time he goes to a sand area to go golem hunting at night, there's like 2 or 3 golems in every sand area. It's, you know, I go out and I'm lucky if there's one all night. in the 3 areas I explore. Alright. Yeah, I'm a little leery with this hovercraft after getting it so horribly, horribly stuck there that last time. I'm going to pretend I have a little bit of concern for my driving habits here. In other words, I'm going to try to avoid bouncing thousands of feet into the air off each rock. And that seems to cause nothing but problems because I figured out that what ends up happening here and what's been causing me these issues is if it comes down at the right angle to a tree, it sort of assumes the tree is the ground and it puts you right over on your... There's one of them critters, man. They are nasty. The first one that snuck up on me, I think he took about 1/3 of my health taking a swipe at me. It was like, whoa, is this thing? Yeah. Of course, I also noticed in Raid's recent playthrough that his Titan parts are like in the middle of nowhere. There isn't 12 different enemy bases within shooting distance, which seems to be the cruel joke of the RNG gods on this particular playthrough. So, well, you know, we will one way or the other get through it. Okay. Oh, listen to all the critters, man. I mean, the hovercraft is a wonderful device, but it is perhaps for smoother climbs, you know. This particular planet is rather rough in the terrain. On the desert world, this is an outstandingly good vehicle. Handles well on the dunes. In fact, it does pretty much all of it very nicely. But out here, other than the water and some slightly flatter areas, like swamp areas, it really does leave a little to be desired. Not a lot, right? A lot to be desired. And I'm sure that at least a portion of that is, of course, due to my designs. I am not a hovercraft engineer by trade. Yeah, those vegetables will tilt you pretty bad, too. Yeah. They will, they will. Alright, I'm just going to have a quick look at my map, give the spiders a chance to catch up. So there's an abandoned factory first. I'm probably better to approach more almost directly north at this point to try and come into it so it'll lie on my right side. Because I think there's trouble in the other directions. So let's see if we can actually do that. Come on. Back upright, thank you. There we are. That abandoned factory is trouble. I'm pretty sure it's fairly well armed. Yeah, that's that. Alright, so I want to swarp even more this away. I may be, it may look like I'm being a little overcautious, but my issue is I have, I think, out of the 100 or so blocks that make up this hovercraft, I've probably got 20 of them that are actually armored. So I don't have a lot of leeway for things picking on my craft. As I said, a part of my hope is that I will be left alone at least enough while I'm here to tear a lot of this ship apart. Alright. Good, I can make a little better speed here. I wasn't directly followed. I'm feeling special. I am feeling special. Let's check this. Ooh, nice multi-boost. Ooh, very nice. Little heat, little cold, little radiation. I mean, not a lot, but then the numbers for those things are fairly small. So an extra 2 protection is actually oh, lovely. Thank you. What a nice gift. Alright, let's blow the door and see what it gets us. I almost feel better if I could bring my hovercraft in. Oh, that's not terribly impressive. Come here, buddy. That's a good little spider. However, I didn't really come out here to hunt spiders. And get this time. Nice EVA boost. Now I don't have to worry about the gold nugget. You were starting to upset me there, fella. Girl, whatever you might be, I don't know. Right. There we are. And another food ration, nice. Okay, so now they'd like us to go hunting in the front of this thing. But, yeah. They want us to go up to the bridge of the other Titan. So, there's so little to this one, it's kind of odd. What do we got there? Ooh, a thruster. I would love to take the parts of that. But I don't know where we would even look for the core on this one. I'd almost have to think it would be there's just not much to this unless a lot of it is buried, but I didn't really see signs of that, you know. Here. Sorry guys, I could have done that earlier, I suppose. I assume there's a core. Yep. But I don't know where. Oh, well, I guess I do, actually. There we go. Anybody want to argue with that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. Let's take one of these puppies. I guess I don't need my chainsaw out. In fact, I probably don't need that at all anymore. Okay, we own the place. We now own all your bases, man. Just normal steel block. We'll take these. Just as things to have around the base. Alrighty. Because I think those tables do actually act as storage, so. Now there was a little thruster here, but I'm actually going to go components. Yes, that's why. Cobalt, Sathium, Neodymium. Exactly what we want. You would think there'd be another one on the other side, eh? But it doesn't appear to be. Hardened steel blocks. I would like to get as many of those as I can as well. Just because, well, they're going to allow us to armor up our hovercraft. I think one of these. Unfortunately, I've still only got a tier 1 drill. No, it's just floor. Huh. Really? So there's not really much here. That's kind of disappointing. Yeah, they're stocking up on hardened steel blocks. So very disappointing. Oh, here we go. This should give me some. Actually, I think I'll take this one. Cool. Oh, it's for... Yeah, it's not for... right on. Yeah, it's not for what I need anyway. Aha, those I like. They give you lots of goodies. Yes. This may lead us somewhere. Oh, yeah. Wow. Usually at least one side of this is exposed, but there's a whole string of storage chests here. And this is when you really want the Tier 2 drill. Unfortunately, I do not have the materials to build one or the packs to run it. There we are. Not exactly thrilling. Again, same could be said. That's a little better. A little better indeed. So, is there any more this way? And there's a matching set of these on the other side. Okay, I think that's the end of it. So, what we'll do now is gather these up. What do we get? 4 steel plates. I think these ones. I think cargo boxes are pretty much universal. Oh, and look what was hiding behind it. You see that? Oh, what's this? I'll take the silicon ingots, but you can have the rest of that stuff, mate. Or else, oh, no, I don't want that. Thanks. Sorry. Don't want to be picky, but you know. Alright, yeah. Check that out. Oop. This'll definitely salvage. Hardened steel, optical fibers, sathium. What's it trying to leave on the ground? Alright, how about we go to 9. Eat that. And let's put... what do we got here? Stone dust. Yeah. Let's chuck that. 1 plastic. I can go better than that. Alright. Ooh. Alright, now what do we got in here? Thank you. Ooh, an oscillator. Alright. So yeah, we're definitely getting a little more banga for the bucka. Oh, look at that, eh? Well, guess what, the little spathers. I'm not going to be cowed by such behaviors. Let's go over here. And we should find the same thing back here. That's going to take me outside. I don't really want to go there, thank you. Alright, well, maybe over a little further. Oops. Is this the stairs? It is. I love that. Oh wow, we're already 40 minutes in, aren't we? Well, in that case, guys, I'm going to continue to sit here and drill this out, get what I can, and probably salvage just a ton of hardened steel plate. Yeah. With this tier 1 drill, it's probably a very good thing that I ended up getting those food ration packs, because I'm likely to be here for a wee while. But there you go, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, well, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are feeling generous, I do have a Patreon channel. If you like the content and would like to support the channel in a real big way, there's a link to it at the exclamation mark in the upper right-hand corner. Alright, here's this edge of it. And with that, I bid you all a fond adieu and take care of each other, folks.